All right, so you should be doing. Hopefully, you finish activities 1, 2, and 3 in your practice journal. So let's go over the answers. So the essential question for this week is how can you use addition or subtraction to solve an inequality? All right, so let's go on activity 1. Writing an inequality, writing an inequality. Work with a partner. In 3 years, your friend will still not be old enough to vote. All right, so I need to create an inequality based on this situation. And for those of you who don't know, in order to vote, you got to be 18 years old. So I know whatever my friend is plus 3 years, he's going to be he's not going to be quite 18. So he's going to be 17 or younger. So it's in 3 years, my friend's age plus 3 years, he still will not be 18. I'm going to go ahead and create an inequality for this. I'm going to use X represents my friend's current age, so that can vary. I don't know what it is. Plus 3 years is going to be less than 18 years. So my friend's age plus 3 years, he still will not be 18. All right. And I forgot to say, I like to go ahead and do my questions without looking at the answers, and then I compare and see if I got my answer is anything like the answers given to me. And so I'm going to go ahead and compare that. So x plus 3 is less than 18. And there it is. So x plus 3 is 18. X plus 3 is less than or equal to 18. That's not true because 18, if he was 18, he could vote. X plus 3 is greater than 18. That's not true because if x plus 3 is greater than 18, he'll still be able to vote. However, it says he will still not be old enough to vote. So that is not true, and that is not true. So the first choice is the correct choice. And so I'm going to go ahead and graph this. Graph the possible ages your friend on a number line. So I know if he's 18, I'm going to put the 18 right there. He cannot be 18 years old. So I'm going to put a circle. All right, so he can't be 18. But he can't be younger than 18. He just can't be zero. Right? Zero's as young as you can go. You're born at day one. But so any age before 18, and you can do actually any answer right. Any of these values that are less than 18 will be true. I'm just gonna guess zero is probably around there somewhere. So it can be anywhere from 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so if we're going to plot it, plot that, and I would plot everything up to this point. So there's going to be whatever age he is, he's going to be, as long as he's not 18. All right. Activity 2, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to use this situation given to me. Baby manatees are about 4 feet long at birth. They grow to a maximum length of 13 feet. A little cutoff here, just notice. Hopefully you guys are able to figure it out. All right, so which of the following can represent a baby's manatee growth? What does X represent? So once again, before I look at the answers, I'm going to go ahead and create an inequality and I compare. So right at the day one of birth, manatees are already 4 feet long. So that's going to be what we say a constant. Right? They're going to be 14. I'm sorry, 4 feet. But then they can keep growing, and so that growth, I'm going to use a variable to represent that. So 4 feet plus X grow to a maximum of 13 feet. So they can't be anything. So 13 is the height, the largest they can grow to be. So 13, and so whatever 4 plus X, it must be less than or equal to 13. And then I'm gonna look at my answers. So my answers don't quite match up, but with inequalities, just like equations, you can flip the equations around. And so actually, that's I guess my problem is I have 4 plus X, where everything is X plus 4. Well, if you go back and you remember your associative property of addition, it doesn't matter what order it is, so I can easily switch those around. So that'd be X plus 4 is less than or equal to 13. And so the correct choice would be the second choice. All right. Now, graph the solution on the number line. So I'm going to start with 13. And I'm going to guess, I don't know, I'm not going to count them. I'm going to say 4 is probably somewhere over here. So 4. So you can do any one of these values. I'm just going to just follow a line. All right. You can do any one of those values as long as, so 13 would be here, and 4 would be there. So as long as the number, so in other words, 13 is the max, 4 is the minimum, so it can be any value in between those two numbers, those two values. All right, let's go to part 2. All right, I'm sorry, activity 3. Work with a partner, complete the following steps for activity 1, then repeat the steps for activity 2. So what it wants me to do the steps for activity 1 and then go back and do it for activity 2. So for activity 1, use your inequality from part A, replace the inequality symbol with an equal sign. If I go to part A, my inequality was x plus 3 is less than 8, so I'm going to write x plus 3 less than 8. I'm going to put this right here. All right, and then it says replace the inequality symbol with an equal sign, so x plus 3 equals 8. All right, and part the second bullet point, solve the equation. So remember to solve it and equate it. So now we have an equation. I got to solve it. So x, just rewrite it. This is getting really annoying. X plus 3, what is going on? Equals 8. Oh my gosh. All right, so to solve that, I'm going to use the inverse operation to isolate that variable. So the inverse operation of plus 3 is take away 3, minus 3. So minus 3, do it on both sides of the equation, and I'm left with x equals, oh, I made a mistake. Sorry guys, I'm going to go back. I don't know why I get that 8. How do you get over there? 18. I just noticed that. So I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna start over. It's not x plus 3 is less than 8. It's actually x plus 3 is less than 18. All right. So once again, repeat the steps. So x plus 3, replace the inequality with an equal sign. X plus 3 equals 18. All right. So step 2, solve the equation. I'm gonna rewrite it. X plus 3 equals 18. All right. So to solve it, I need to isolate the variable by doing the inverse operation. So I'm going to take away 3 from both sides, and I'm left with x equals 18 minus 3 is 15. All right. Replace the equal sign with the original inequality symbol, which is less than. So I'm going to take it, rewrite it. X is less than 18. All I'm doing is following directions, taking it step by step. All right. And step 4, graph the inequality. So I graph 18 here. Oh, need to do an open circle, because if you remember, the value is not included. It's an open circle. So open circle 18, that's going to represent 18. And then so x is less than 18, so I'm going to shade in everything to the left of 18. So x can be any one of those values. So that represents x is less than 18. All right. So if you compare your graph, if I compare it to part A, what do you notice? Pretty similar, right? Yeah. So different graph, but they look pretty much the same to me. Just the only difference is I stopped there at 0. All right. So then so I'm going to repeat the process, but with activity 2. So I meant to change that. So with blue. So activity 2. Oh, I guess not activity 2. I guess it would be activity. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm right. Activity 2. All right. So what was my quantity? X plus 4 is less than or equal to 13. So x plus 4 is less than or equal to 13. So part A, for the first bullet point, I need to replace that inequality with an equal sign. All right. Step 2, solve the equation. So I'm going to do it down here. X plus 4 equals 13. All right. Take away 4 from both sides. and this is so annoying. And I get x equals 13 minus 4 is 9. All right, and so replace that equal sign with the original inequality. So x is less than or equal to, what is going on? I guess it's whenever writing on the right hand side, just glitchy. All right, so now I'm going to graph the inequality. I'm going to just make my own graph and do it slightly different. And I can put a little points. All right, so I'm going to put 9 right here. All right, so x is less than or equal to 9. So I'm going to use a closed circle because 9 is included. And then I'm going to shade everything to the left of that because whatever x is, it must be less than 9. So I'm going to shade all that in. So my inequality represented by this graph is x is less than or equal to 9. Okay, so probably a pretty challenging lesson. Hopefully it wasn't too bad. But what this is doing is showing the similarities between solving an equation and solving an inequality. Very similar process. The only difference is the symbol. Whereas an equation has an equal sign, an equality has one of the greater than or less than signs. I'm not going to go over the answers. Go ahead. Go ahead and answer this in your own words. How can you use addition, subtraction, solve an equality? And describe a real life situation that you can represent with inequality, write the inequality, graph the solution on a number line. I hope this concludes today's lesson. Just please do your closure, and I think that's question number 6. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I'm hoping this week is already started off in a smoother pace, and we'll continue on in that direction. But I'm ready to roll with you guys. All right, you guys take care and have a fabulous Monday.